Part 5, attaching the collar to the shell. Open out your blouse, swivel it round, so now you're looking at the inside, and now you're placing your collar on the top. Make sure that you line up the edges here, put a vertical pin into that side, do the same on the other side, secure it. Then fold the blouse in half so you can find the back center point. Open back out and pin the facing part to it, and you pin this all the way across. And then you've got this kind of thing happening quite easily. It's sort of the fabric wants to fold over, and to prevent that from happening, we are going to put some pins in which we can leave in while we sew, and that will make it a lot easier, and hopefully we have no pleats. Bring it under the sewing machine and take your time with this. You can't rush this. Make sure that your fabric is absolutely flat and that you really sort of use some force with your fingers, because you do have to hold the fabric and make sure that none of it twists and everything lies flat. And I only take the pins out as I actually get to them. If you take them out too early, there's no point to having pins in there in the first place. When you get to the end, open out your collar again so that you can really see where your edge is, and then secure at the end. Now I've sewn all this in, I can take out these extra pins that I had put in, and there are no pleats, as you can see, which is great. Fold in your collar and then fold the shirt part over it, and then the collar again over that, and that gives it a really smooth line. We're now working on the outside, so you put a pin in there. And the important thing is really that you have got the under collar really flat and that the top collar just covers the sewing line. Now we're going to top stitch this into place on the sewing machine, and I'm using my triple stitch again, and I'm pulling my fabric quite a bit, you can see that here, so that the under collar is nice and smooth. So if I've made any mistake pinning, I'm now evening it out. When you get to the front, it is quite hard. The machine doesn't really want to transport it, so you will have to pull quite harshly on your placket to actually get it to move and not just stitch in the same spot. And once you're over that one little spot, it'll be okay. Now I've started this top stitching in the middle of the collar, which is completely covered. Never ever start on the edge, always in the middle of the collar. You can't see it, and so that makes perfect sense. And there you go, you've constructed your first two-part collar.